So let's talk about switching gears and going from the marathon to the track 10K.
This was 100% switching gears, and it wasn't a smooth transition by any stretch of the imagination. Track is much harder on my body, so this season for me, just staying healthy and making it to the starting line was a win within itself. But I think this is my first Olympic track trials and my last for the track. I don't think I'm ever going to race on the track again, but I'm really proud of myself. Going into the unknown, starting the challenge, and I think I'm 39 years old to do an Olympic track trials for the first time at 39. I'm really proud that I went out there today.
Yeah, you basically had a resurgence of your career, basically started over in your late 30s.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that, some of the changes that you've had to go through with that.
Yeah, I never planned to be here. I put running back in my life after kids for mental and physical health, to have something for myself, to, just do something in my chaotic day as a mother. And the more I did it, the faster I got. And it's I feel it's been, I don't know, I guess now 7 years that I've been back, but it feels like I'm blinked and I'm looking around at Hayward Field. So it's been just an incredible journey, highs and lows, and even the lows, I just am so fortunate that I'm out here fighting. So.
Before the race tonight, since there are so many women who didn't have the standard, was there any talk about chasing the standard before the race?
When it's 80 some degrees, I don't think that's going to happen. So I think everyone kind of had a realistic mindset that that's probably not the way to do it, and let's hope that the top three have enough points to go through, and we send the top three, which I think is our best team, to the Olympics.
What's next for you after this? Do you have a fall marathon planned already?
I do, yeah. I'm not gonna tell you yet. No, I am so pumped to ditch the track spikes, even though I really like the spikes I ran in tonight. But I'm ditching the spikes, going back to the road, going back to the streets, and I think that's where I belong, and that's definitely where I'm happiest. But yeah.
Why do you think that's where you belong? What is it? It's just
I don't know. I think all the speed, the intensity, running in spikes, even though my spikes are the best spikes, it's just been really hard on my body. It's been hard to stay healthy. I think the intensity also just has been a lot and takes more for me to recover from each thing. So I think going to the roads and a lot of long, slow, tempo kind of workouts, I think are a lot easier for me to work through and recover from and come back. And I think that plays into more of my strengths. I don't know why I'm more of a road racer, but I feel with 2 miles left in the marathon, I think, oh goody, let's start to kick. And 8 laps here, I'm just oh my God, is this ever going to be over? So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Do you think in the future you'll still integrate shorter distance, maybe not track races,
Absolutely.
But shorter distance stuff?
Yeah, I love a 5K on the roads, a 6K on the roads. I'll run whatever on the roads, but I think this was to say goodbye to the track.
How old are your kids?
I have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old.
And this resurgence that we already talked about, how's that rubbing off on your children and seeing you compete?
You're gonna make me cry by asking that. After the marathon trials and how that didn't go well, I could just see it in my kids' eyes that they're Mom, you have a shot. You have another shot. Why would you not go for it? And that gave me a lot of confidence just to, let's see what happens. In life, when you have a shot, find the courage, find the bravery, go for it. With how my year went, I kind of figured today may not be my day, but kind of leaning on them, I have a shot, and I believe in myself, and I'm going to go in and just see what happens. So they give me a lot of strength, and they also give me a lot of freedom to go out and do everything I can and come back home, and I know they're going to love me the same way. So
were they here?
They weren't.
Okay.
They were
watching
watching watching at home. So
I just think motherhood's a lot like, we call it managing chaos. Would you say that translates pretty well into helping you train and prepare mentally for the marathon?
Yeah, I think as a mother I need to be really flexible. There's a lot of stuff that's gonna go wrong all the time. There's it's never really on my schedule, and I think that's really helped me become a great athlete and just have a little bit of flexibility, especially as I've been aging. I've shown up to workouts and just known I need another day to recover from my last one, and I've been able to shift it. So I think the flexibility and learning how to do that as a mother, and then thriving in the chaos. I think that nothing ever goes right. Everything's always out of control, and I think learning to step back, handle the pressure, take a deep breath, and just see what happens. So.
Speaking of recovery, do you see a much bigger emphasis on recovery now than when you were in college, where colleges, coaches didn't really seem to talk about recovery? You went out and pretty much hammered every day, and now there's so much more emphasis on recovery than there was in any program as compared to like 10 to 15 years ago.
Yeah, I think there's a lot we didn't know 10, 15 years ago. I don't think we were seeing women, in their late 30s or 40s even being like running at this level. So I think we've learned a lot has changed. But I think an important part of that in order for longevity in the sport is to respect the recovery and make sure you're giving your body, you gotta, shut down and build back up, I guess. So
Congratulations on your race today, and we'll see you this fall.
yeah, let's